Welcome to the CTM NewsBreak, where we keep you up to date on what's happening right here in town. I'm Diane Sherritt-Steimel. The Chelmsford Community Band celebrates 50 years since its founding. And this year's celebration of the 4th of July signified for many a return to normalcy as virtual events have given way to in-person experiences.
A lot of the bands, because of COVID, had stopped playing, especially the bigger ones that need financing to keep going.
How are you guys feeling being here finally from a couple years of a parade from COVID?
We're so excited. Last year I said we're going to March next year for sure.
I grew up in this town, so I went to the parade as a kid. I raised my daughter in this town, so I took her, and now I have grandchildren and they're coming. So it's kind of fun to be part of that tradition.
For some, Independence Day was overshadowed by public anger, with calls for reproductive justice in the shadow of monumental Supreme Court rulings.
I'm here because I'm a woman. I'm here because I have 3 daughters. And this is personal. Let's practice community on purpose and be strategic for the greater good. Community is what turns moments like this into powerful movements.
We now have a very important choice ahead of us as a country. We get to choose how to respond to this injustice. We really wanted people in Chelmsford to be able to have a voice and express their opinions. It was just so weird that this was happening, like on Independence Day, and 50 years after the decision was made in the first place for Roe v. Wade. I feel like it's not something I would have considered necessarily that would have happened, but it's also not surprising given the way that this country is going and the way that this country is going to continue to go when it comes to taking away people's rights. We are definitely planning to only get more fired up in the future. We're tired of everything that this country and various politicians have been doing, but we are ready to continue taking action and continue speaking up about issues that are only going to have a huge impact on our future. I think that people need to make their voices heard in order to make it clear that we aren't going to stand for this, that we aren't going to just accept this as the new normal. And I think that people need to educate themselves more on that topic, but also understand that it's a person's right to choose that is being taken away from them in this instance.
In other news, Massachusetts roadway deaths are at an 11-year high and rising. Less seatbelt use, more speeding, and drivers holding cell phones are trends that are on the rise. As the summer travel season continues, officials urge everyone to pay attention and think safety. They're promoting seatbelt use, motorcycle awareness, and safe speeds. They say death and injuries due to crashes are preventable if drivers and members of the public exercise caution, use crosswalks, signal when turning, wear a seatbelt, drive sober, and limit distractions in vehicles. And finally, vendors at Chelmsford's Market on the Common have been enthusiastically received with their locally produced goods and food.
Today we brought some romaine lettuce to sell. We had red sail lettuce, and we have, this is iceberg lettuce down here. There you go, that's iceberg. And then we have kale up front.
Naturally leavened bread products. I had banana bread earlier. I had like a sweeter, softer sandwich loaf.
Honey, we've got maple syrup, we've got eggs, we've got flowers, and we'll have lots of other things as the season progresses.
We were here last weekend and we had our first opening of the market, and 90% of the vendors sold out, and we thought it was very successful. Everyone was happy here, and we're just thrilled to be in Chelmsford doing this.
Thanks for watching the CTM NewsBreak, brought to you by Chelmsford Telemedia. If you have news we can use, contact us at newsbreak@chelmsfordtv.org. I'm Diane Sherritt-Steimel.